up, fellow Homo sapiens? It's your boy, Hadou, and I'm coming at you with some news that RGN had just came out with. And that question is, should Smash Bros be a part of EVO? So they just came out with an article today talking about the community and the fandom of Smash Bros and how it affects EVO. Now, first thing first, we all know that Smash Bros is a very, very competitive game. It's unlike any other fighting game out there. It's different from Mortal Kombat. It's different from Street Fighter. It's not those traditional games. That's basically you just keep punching your opponent until their health goes to zero or their health is all gone. Smash Bros takes skill. I mean, there's all type of things you have to use to try to kill your opponent or smash your opponent off the screen. So as we know about Smash 4 definitely is a very upcoming game. It's a big game. The community is really, really growing. I mean, we having a lot of people. Even at my local tournament, we actually start to have Smash Bros tournament, and a lot of people are swarming in. People wants to get on this bandwagon. I can see it's really, really awesome. But it's actually affecting EVO, and the main reason is, one thing I understood about the article was that a lot of Smash players get there pretty early. They take up a lot of the front seats, and they will sit there to watch the first few games. But after they have finally watched their Smash game, once their Smash tournament is over, usually these players leave, and it leaves like all this room, and it's just not good for the fighting community at all. And they're talking about how could they fix this issue, but that's not the main issue. Is another issue. For example, we had Smash 4 at EVO, but we also had the older Smash game at EVO that had a lot of people. I believe that Smash Bros brought in, I think roughly around 3,500 people, where Capcom usually is the top one that brings in a lot of people, had roughly around perhaps 2,000 or 3,000 people who came from Capcom, if I remember the numbers right from IGN website. That's just for this year. So you can see the big difference of a lot of Smash players coming in. But another issue about it is that a lot of other games, a lot of newer games that just came out didn't get that time to shine because Smash Bros really took up a big percentage of that, where a lot of other games really should have got in and really should have got some of the bigger TVs, some of the bigger events, some of the surround sound, when instead they was played on like maybe a back corner where people was playing it on small TVs, and just had everyone was really, really cramped. And listening to this article and just reading the article by itself was just really, really interesting. So the main question is, should Smash Bros be at EVO, and how, if it is going to stay at EVO, what could they do to fix some of these issues? So one of the things that I was thinking after reading this article was maybe add an extra day. Allow an extra day for the simple reason you have more people for Smash, and then you have other extra day to actually let some of these other games shine. And I think that's really, really good to allow an extra day. But then again, I can understand that costs a lot more money. Maybe you can actually have maybe a lot more space. That would allow more games to shine also, because you have this big area for some of the top games here like Smash Bros and Street Fighters, and some more space for all these other games. Now, another question they was asking with like saying was Street Fighter 5 will be coming out soon. A lot of people won't be playing Street Fighter 4. So, you know, Street Fighter 4 will most likely not be at EVO once Street Fighter 5 come out and take hold of their community. And you ask yourself, well, why does Smash not follow that same rule? Why, since Smash 4 is out, why should we still have the old Smash games that's people's playing? And I think that's really, really good, especially when this game's been out over almost, what, 7 years, the older ones? So I think that's a really, really good question. But I think that the main reason is that you have a lot more followers and a bigger community with the older Smash games than you would with some of the older Street Fighter games, if my numbers are correct. So overall, I just felt like this article was really interesting. And not just that, I mean, even when I go somewhere, like if I go out to a Smash Bros game, like in my local tournament, I go out, they have a Smash game, I play in the tournament, I sit back, I watch other players play. But after the Smash tournament is done and the other little fighting games, I usually leave. Why? Because I find no interest in a lot of those games. I don't think that people should have to stick around. I can understand the respect of saying, okay, you know what, you at this tournament, all these other tournaments has happened. What about you stick around since y'all took up a big portion of that? But I see it kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Also. I go out for a specific game. And I go out to enjoy, I go out to play, I go out to watch. But once that game is done, I really find no interest in some of these other games. Like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I think they're interesting games, but at the end of the day, I really don't want to sit back and watch, because if I'm not really understanding what's going on, it's really no point in actually sitting there and watching. But I can understand more about the community and the respect. So what do you think that they should do at EVO with Smash Bros. Becoming this really, really big community? I mean, there's so many people wants to play this game. So many people are hyped up for Smash. I mean, Smash is a great game, man. I sit down, I play Smash sometimes about 8 hours a day, 5 hours a day, and I just get in it. I start sweating, my hands are sweating, my thumbs are swollen, my thumbs are just bruising up. I mean, it's a really, really competitive game. So what do you think EVO could do that will be cost effective, that will allow a lot of these other games to shine, a lot of these smaller games to shine, but at the same time still keep their large community of Smash players? But that's all I have for you today. Please leave a comment below. Rate, subscribe, and comment. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching. Matane.